welcome to another episode of Disqualified. I had to be wary of my fist pump because I am no longer beltless. I am your main roster predictions champion, Trevin, joined as always by our NXT predictions champion, Caleb.
Hola, I'm the owner of this glorious belt.
Yep, and beltless Zach, our cameraman and producer, is behind the camera.
Is he unretiring the Chop Championship?
Well,
I never retired it. That's you guys scared of the smoke.
Well, we also returned that belt into the My GM Championship
Which I am
belt.
also holder, as there is no My GM.
Yes, he is bodyguarding it.
Oh, well, there is episode 1 in progress. Whenever we get that released,
Yes.
it'll be out.
I just know
Yeah.
I got first for like the first few weeks when I played it the one time.
Yeah. We'll bug
So I'll
Gordon
take
about
that
when
as
that
my
release
own.
date
I'm
is coming.
self-inflicted champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have seen the last time we played. Gordon got his ass absolutely whipped.
Yo.
But, yeah, we're here to talk about NXT. Don't touch my belt. You touch it before you win it, you ain't winning it.
Yeah. Because it will be on the line this weekend because it is the go-home show for NXT Deadline.
Yes, and we start with the Women's Iron Survivor Summit. So, we have Ava, the NXT GM, in the ring alongside Sol Ruka, Lola Vice, Kendall Gray, your Women's Evolve champion, Kalani Jordan, and
Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace.
Yup. And they're, doing the classic heading into a big match trash talk.
Sol speaks for about, it felt like 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And not a dig, but maybe a dig at the. It sounded very high school monologue.
Yeah.
Where it was okay. I need to get to this point. I need to get to this point, and I need to get to this point. But I don't. It just sounded very rehearsed.
Yes.
That promo sounded very rehersed,
Because she was cueing the interruption.
Yeah, but, first, Kalani Jordan needs to talk.
Yeah.
And Kalani Jordan gets drowned out with a booze. This is one of 2 times this will happen tonight.
Yes, no. The Kalani heat is real, apparently. They turned her heel, and now attention's on her.
Yeah. Hey, fuck it. Strike while the iron's hot. Strike while the iron's hot. Do something with her. But, we get an interruption, of course, because we can't have anything nice in NXT ever. Fatal Influence comes out.
Yep.
And it's like, ha, belt, ha, yo ass lost.
Yeah, but JC comes out and basically says, look, I'm looking forward to Deadline because it doesn't matter which one of you wins. I've either already beaten you or will beat you. So, kind of looking forward to it, but you don't have any belts anymore for a reason. Jordan, been there. Jordan Gray's been there, done that. And Kalani, how does it feel to be beltless again?
Yeah, she said, you're speaking so confident for someone who lost their belt last week.
Mm-hmm.
And Kendall Gray, flavor of the month.
Yeah.
And then Lola Vice speaks.
Yeah.
And then Kalani
says,
steps back.
I would have lost my belt if it weren't for this meathead Jordan Grace.
Yeah. And she also says, how many times do you guys get opportunities while people are being held down and perfect heel though, because you just had the opportunity to go beat TNA champion. And there's other people like Carmen could have been in this match. But yeah, so Fatal Influence, they just basically turn tail and leave.
What? No, they don't.
No, it doesn't get officialized till after.
No, they do start a brawl.
They start a brawl already?
Yeah, Jordan Grace, after the meathead comment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, starts a fight, and then Fatal Influence is like, well, those 2 are fighting. Let's take care of the other 3. Okay. And they start a brawl, and then after we come back from commercial, Ava stops Fatal Influence backstage and is like, yeah, it's going to be a 6-woman tag later tonight with you 3 against the 3 who aren't bickering in the Iron Survivor match.
Yeah, Ava put her foot down. as a GM for once.
Yeah.
She said, "Yeah, no, I'm tired of this. You interrupted in the North American match. You interrupted in the speed title match, and then you interrupted in the Evolve match.
Yep.
So no, we're done playing these games. You're in the 6-woman tag, and I would get ready now."
Yeah. But first, we gotta do a couple things first.
The way you segued into the rest of this card.
Yeah.
Yes. So Thea Hale is backstage with Joe Hendry.
Upset that they didn't win the mixed tag titles, but she's glazing Joe Hendry because he's like, John Cena picked you. He believes in you. He did even the little turn thing.
Not as good as you though.
Yeah.
And then Ariana Grace and Stax come into the room and they start laughing.
Recently engaged, by the way.
Yes. Congrats. Start poking fun at them. And Thea's like, we're right here. And
you can say it to our face if you're talking about us.
And then Ariana starts saying it to her face, and then Thea's like, right here. Yeah. What?
Anyway, yeah. Anyways, this leads to a match between Thea Hale and Ariana Grace.
Yeah, this... Okay. It happened.
Yeah.
It was a match that happened. It was decent. Nothing too special to write home about. Thea gets the Kimura in, and that's how she wins, because Ariana taps.
Yeah, right away.
Yeah, I guess the only memorable thing is her sash, Ariana Grace's sash, now says Miss NXT.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. I mean,
yeah.
Thea has the new, I believe in Thea Hale.
Yeah. Stax ate a brutal standing ovation onto the apron.
Joe lost his grip on the goozle.
Yeah.
And then I think...
Basically switched it to a spine buster instead of a choke slam.
And then I don't think he could get a grip because his shirt was like silk or some shit.
Yeah.
So he was like, alright, fuck it. You're just...
Neek.
Yeah, it looked bad. But yeah, Thea gets the win.
Yeah. And then Ava is talking with the men's Iron Survivor participants that are not a part of Team Dark State.
Yes.
And she basically says the main event tonight will be an 8-man tag with the person who gets the pin getting to choose the number they enter the Iron Survivor match in. So if Dark State wins, Dion automatically gets the pick, but whoever gets the pin for Team Babyface, that person gets to pick the number.
Yes, indeed.
But during this segment, Ava gets a package.
Yeah, Robert Stone comes in with a box, and he says, here, Ava, you got this here. And she goes, rightfully so, you opened my mail? Because it was open.
Yeah.
And he goes, it came like that. And then she goes, all right, well, just get the stuff in place for the contract signing. And he goes, okay. He leaves. And Javon and them are like, let me see what's in the box.
What's in the box? What's in the box? And he was like, go, get ready for your match.
He's like, man, she won't even let me see what's in the box. I was like, all right, I get it. You've watched 7. What's in the box?
What's in the box? And Ava dumps out the box on her desk, and it's just some black pieces of fabric, from what we can tell.
So, Tony D's hat is what the streets are saying.
Yeah, some people, because Robert Stone delivered it, believe it has to do with some TNA star, because he's the one leading the NXT counter invasion on TNA.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Some people are... I saw one comment saying, what if it's Joe Gacy dropping a hint that he's going to retake a stint in NXT?
Why would he go back? He is a tag champion right now.
I don't know.
That one makes no sense.
Indeed. Some people do comment where it could be the chopped up mask of the person who interrupted the War Games match, and it's time that Ricky is actually the masked man.
Could be. Here's the thing. People are just talking about the masked man's ass. That's all they're... That's how people are identifying him. I made the connection. Oh, it's Theory because that was
the original plan according to the dirt sheets.
So it makes sense that it's Theory.
Yeah.
People are saying Ricky. I guess. But why would the NXT champion be running into a Survivor Series main event to screw over his close friends team? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's Theory still. My theory is a man named Austin.
Yeah, but everyone is confused on what those pieces of black fabric are. Probably going to get the answer at deadline. But first, on to more action.
Yes, we get Briggs versus Tavion Heights in a grudge match.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is the end of this little feud.
Yeah, but they beat the snot out of each other.
Yeah, Tavion sends Briggs through the through the barricade at one point.
Yep.
With a gnarly looking spear, and it looks like Briggs hits his elbow on the railing behind it, which had to suck.
It's I believe because the turnbuckle got pulled, but the ref is late to account, so Briggs kicks out. Tavion's arguing, gets rolled, kicks out, eats. I'm basically gonna call it what the rest of the internet is calling it, a clothesline from hell.
Mm-hmm.
For the 1, 2, 3, Briggs defeats Tavion, which means Tavion is still under Miles in terms of he's been able to beat.
He is also under Miles in terms of they did not choose him for Iron Survivor.
Yeah. It is a whole thing, because that's the story, is that Tavion's trying to get on the same hype level as Miles, although the level of hype for Miles is dying down hard. But that is sort of Tavion's story, and this loss just means he still ain't there.
He's there in ring. It is the promo. Especially if you watched Gold Rush and you saw his promo talking about going into him saying that he's going to be Iron Survivor before he gets jumped by Briggs.
Yeah.
It was a very, very awkward promo. Maybe it was just because he was in the crowd. And that's a different feeling from being in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he just couldn't get it together. He said the same thing 5 times. Then he got to his statement. But yeah. I think Tavion could be better than Miles.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he could be. Because I think Miles has a more limited moveset.
Yes. And you can... I mean, I get he's putting on a character, but you can kind of tell he's letting the hype get to his head a little bit, I feel like.
Kinda.
Yeah. Sort of a Jey Uso situation.
Yes, do not become complacent in ring, my boy.
No.
That is a good way to get people to dislike you.
Yes, but...
And you don't have a catchphrase to save you.
No. But speaking of promo work, dadgum, this next promo segment cooked.
Brother. Izzy is a great hand on mic. She can always talk. I feel like this segment got delayed. In the sense of she was saying what she needed to say, but we at home couldn't hear it. Legit, for half of her promo, it was just muted because the crowd was chanting, "Shut the fuck up."
Mm-hmm.
Or shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Funnily enough, for international audiences, because that's how I caught this promo, or post-editorial, they were able to rework the audio where you could hear her promo and the audience got quieted down.
Yeah, man. But she goes on, she cuts the promo. I didn't get the full promo. I got the back half of it.
Mm-hmm.
But she does go on to say that, Tatum is nothing with, like, the name that we're chanting right now would have had no weight if it wasn't for her. She gave her the belt, so she just took back what she gave her. And then we get Tatum
Yep.
on the screen.
Sitting in the old Colleen void.
Yes, the void.
Yes. And she's like, look, this was one of my favorite spots, but now it's all lonely again, and I'm all alone again. And then Izzy eventually says, like, look, you can talk all this talk, but unless you want to come down here and say it to my face, or are you too scared to confront me? And then Tatum, I ain't gonna lie, I did not think this bar was hard, but the more I've heard it, I'm like, oh no, this is actually terrifying. She says, I am scared. I'm scared I am about to inflict all the pain I have felt for the past couple of years on you when we meet each other at deadline. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and then she goes off screen, and here's my... I think so much happened on this card that they had to cut it because it felt like that's where Tatum is going to run out.
Yeah.
Because she walks off screen.
But after Tatum says that, there's a split second where it cuts back to Izzy and the rest of Colleen. And after that line got dropped, Sean Spears was just actually had a face of worry. Like, all right, we forget. This chick crazy.
She murdered Wendy Chu so hard she got sent to Evolve.
Yeah.
Legitimately. She had the casket match at last year's Halloween Havoc. The first ever women's casket match. Won. And then Wendy Chu was not seen till Evolve.
Till the Evolve premiere.
She whooped... In kayfabe, she whooped her ass so fucking hard she had to disappear for about a year. Like, damn.
Yup.
Yeah. So I feel bad for Izzy. But yeah, that's another match happening at Deadline. So what? That's 4 matches,
4 matches confirmed so far.
and we will get our 5th one later.
Yeah.
So now it is our men's.
No. Other one.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, you should have.
I should have clarified.
Yeah, you should have clarified.
I was rushing, but it is the participants of the Women's Iron Survivor match represented by Soruka, Lola Vice, and your WWE Evolve champion Kendall Gray versus Fatal Influence represented by JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Lainey Reed.
Yes,
The 6-woman tag match.
Before we get to this match, there is a backstage segment where the whole team, where the field is talking amongst themselves, at least the people that are going to be in this match.
Mm-hmm.
And Ren Sinclair is also there. And Zarya comes in, and Soul attempts to make good on the situation and rectify the past few weeks, how they've been bad. And Zarya goes, well, it looks like you're doing good right now.
So I'm not going to be out there on ringside for you this week.
Yeah, because you decided that you didn't want to be there for me, so I'm not going to be there for you. And then Ren says, don't worry, I'll be out there. I got your back. Which pisses Zarya off. And, you know, no reason to state that. Now, let's get to the match.
Yeah,
So,
pretty good match.
man, it was a good match. It felt very quick.
Yeah,
I think it was like, what, 7 minutes? It felt like.
yeah.
Because usually we'll get some feeling out spots in the beginning. We'll get a few tags before we get the bum rush spots. And no, that they started brawling immediately, all 6 women.
Mm-hmm.
Moved to the outside where, brother, the funniest shit happened. Lola Vice starts taunting. She hits Lainey, I think. And she goes, welcome to Miami Vice. And then all of a sudden she goes, huh? And Fallon Henley, corner post 619. I go, holy fucking shit. That was fucking hilarious. She goes, oh yeah, babe. Boom. I said, damn. You just got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. But we end off of basically classic finisher soup, but what tops off the soup is a soul snatcher on JC for the 1, 2, 3.
Sol Ruka just pinned your WWE NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah. I mean, we already said it when Deadline and when Iron Survivor and the participants got announced, but now they're just blaring it in our face.
Yeah. Sol's definitely getting that title.
Yes. But Team Babyface is celebrating, and all of a sudden, meat check.
Yeah. Zarya out of fucking nowhere spears the hell out of Kendall Gray, who also in this match. If you can go find this clip. She turns a wheelbarrow into a fucking flatliner. Insane.
Yeah.
To literally go from this position up and spin your body around to be hooking the person and go, all right, we're going down now.
Yep.
That level of work is insane. You have a fucking long career ahead of you.
Yup.
That's for damn sure. Zarya Spears, Kendall Gray.
Yep.
Starts arguing with Sol. Lola gets in between them.
Yep, because people watching the clip back realize Lola noticed Zarya was coming and pulled Sol out of the way.
But also, no one telegraphed this spot. It looked completely fucking natural.
Yep.
It was like, oh shit, last minute. And
Yeah.
this is going to lead to an Evolve match. Evolve title match.
Probably.
Because Kendall's going to want the smoke.
Yeah. But,
Maybe Zarya gets her first title there, which would suck. That is the Evolve one and not at least a proper NXT one.
Yeah.
But this is also just going to lead to Zarya v Sol.
Yeah,
It
down
is
the line.
very obvious.
Yeah, but next up we just got done with one heel faction. We move on to some stuff with another heel faction.
And you know what? They're finally making sense.
Yeah.
They're finally making sense with it. So, Dion, of course, one half of your tag team champions in NXT, is a part of the Iron Survivor field.
Yep.
So, you're thinking, why is the tag title guy in the match?
But
And not one of the other two members.
Yep, but in this segment, he's like, look, guys, we want to conquer NXT. My mind's on Iron Survivor, and I do plan on winning it, which means my mind will be even more on Singles Gold. And I feel like that is a disservice to y'all, so I want to hand off my half of the tag titles to one of you two, either Cutler or Saquon. And Cutler and Saquon, go back and forth a little.
He looks at Saquon and he's like, this is for you.
Yeah.
And Cutler goes, take it. And Saquon's like, no.
No.
And then he goes, take it. Like Cutler literally grabs it and take it.
Yep.
And so, okay. Saquon is now not free-birded. They go on to state this in the actual match. So I'll state it I'll say it now. Ava signed off on this. So now your tag team champions are Osiris Griffin and Saquon Sugars, the Sugar Man. Finally, we're going to get Saquon as a legitimate, full-time
Worker.
competitor. Yes, and I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be good. Also, immediately, the goal looks a lot better on him. But it's something about him. He just screams wrestler.
Yes, but also faction strategy-wise, this also makes sense.
Yeah, it strengthens the bond.
Yes, it's also like, look, my attention's gonna be elsewhere. I don't want to do that to y'all, seeing how we have gold. Someone else take the responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I plan on bringing more gold to us, and I don't want the attention divided between myself, and I also want eyes on us.
Yeah, and while they're talking, here comes the ruler, Oba Femi. And Oba goes, look at you. Congrats. Good luck. And Dion says, no. He said, last year, at this time, I think you forgot.
In this exact spot, too.
You blew me off. So don't sit here and act like everything is cool now because we jumped your ass a few times.
Yes, he's like it, and Dion basically threatens like it doesn't matter if it's you or Ricky.
No, he said, I hope it's you.
Yeah, he's like, so I get the chance to prove myself once and for all by putting you down for good.
Yes. And now we get to our next match. This is a long card.
Yes.
There's a lot fucking happening.
Yeah.
OTM versus Chase U. Now, how did this happen? Well, Chase U was driving a Tesla. Boy, these two boys, dumb as fucking rocks. Let me tell you what. First of all, Uriah almost runs over OTM. And okay.
And then Chase
No, I'm going through this whole
yeah.
parade of stupidity. Fucking Kale can't get out the door because he's like, there is no handle. It's a Tesla. There is no handle. It's a Tesla. He climbs out the back. The music's blaring. They can't get the music to stop blaring.
They can't kill the engine.
Kale is trying to escape through the window. Somehow his shoes came off in the process. He's holding his shoes. And then Andre Chase comes out.
Apologizes to OTM.
OTM says, look, it's all right this time, but next time, it's on site. What happened between this and now to make this an actual match? Did they see each other in the locker room?
I don't know.
It's presumed that they did not see each other from this moment on. But yeah,
Yeah.
here's the match. But no, I'm not done yet. OTM walks away, and Chase goes up to him, and he's like, are you too fucking dumb? And he goes, kill the engine. He's like, I don't know how. And Andre just pushes the button. And he goes, why are your shoes off? He said, next time, he said, when they see you, it's on site. I don't know what that means, but they seem pretty pissed off.
Andre, you ain't that old. You should know what on site means. You're in the wrestling business and you're like not much older than us.
And then this cavalcade of errors led to this match happening.
And it was a murder.
It was a murder.
I'm gonna hold you to it. OTM killed the F out of Chase U.
Look, Chase U started off hot. They were actually working as a team. And then Price got a hold of Kale and then said, yeah, you see this boy? I'm going to turn him into a rag doll. And they started whooping on Kale. Then Nima gets in. Then Price gets back in. Then we get the hot tag. Uriah comes in for about 5 spots of heat and then just murdered. They do this new finisher, which we did not see at the NXT show.
No.
Gorilla Press Slam. Price throws the opponent and Nima catches him and drops him onto his knee. Stomach first onto the knee. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, because the new tag finisher they were testing out at the live show we saw was one of them spine busted, and while the dude was sitting up from the pain, the other one stomped him back down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh!
Yeah, both of these finishers are good. So, hey, OTM, brothers, get that title on them quickly.
Yeah, basically OTM's gimmick is we're just gonna murder our opponents. Like, we gonna try some ish and put them on the ground.
Good. Turn them into the new 3-minute warning.
Yeah,
Turn them.
that's
into the
exactly
new
what I
3-minute
think
warning.
when I see them.
You got 3 minutes. What? Oh no. Oh no.
No.
And then a fucking 3-minute warning will come out, Jamal and Rosie, and it's like, alright, who we fucking up today?
No, wait.
Yeah, man. Oh, I love 3-minute warning. Hey, if you do this right, fucking Dark State and OTM is going to be a banger of a tag match. Give them a false count anywhere.
Yeah.
Give them a stiff and just let them work because it'll be a good match.
Yeah.
Future's bright for OTM.
Yes.
I cannot wait.
But now, your Canadian North American champion, Ethan Page, and also the male half of the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championships, is heading out. He doesn't have a match tonight. He doesn't have a...
Clearly, my services are not needed here tonight.
Yep, he doesn't have a match, he doesn't have a promo segment, and he's thinking, you haven't booked me for Deadline either, so I guess I have the entire week off. And Ava's like, well, you see,
You haven't defended that title since Halloween Havoc.
And she's like, I feel like we gotta rectify that. And he's like, but that's the thing. No one's come to confront me. No one's come to challenge me. I'm unbeatable. Who in their right mind would challenge me?
Maesca would like to say, hola!
Ah! And then all of a sudden, and he's like, no, who the... Howdy? And then the camera pans back to Mr. Iguana in the driver's seat and says, see you at Deadline, amigo, and...
We are condoning Grand Theft Auto on our television.
Ethan's like, Ava, call the cops! And she's like, what am I gonna tell them? A reptile stole your car?
She said she does it with the best mocking way. What am I gonna say? A reptile stole my car? Yes! And he runs off.
Yes, so Ethan Page will defend his North American Championship against the male half of the purse of the team. He won the Mixed Tag Championships from Mr. Iguana at Deadline.
So, okay. I already know who's winning that match.
Yeah.
That is a 3-2-1 for our prediction.
Yeah.
So, next, we get our main events of the evening. It is your men's, or it is a men's 8-man tag. It is the Iron Survivor group of Joe Hendry, the young OG, Javon Evans, the youngest in charge, your TNA X Division champion, Leon Slater, and Miles Bourne, taking on, as my co-host has so lovingly written down the board, Dork State. Which is Dion Lennox, who is actually in the Iron Survivor, Cutler James, and your NXT Tag Team Champions, Osiris Griffin and the Sugar Man, Saquon Sugars. And Saquon is already making the most of his time with the belt. Immediately plus 10 aura. I don't know how you could max it, go, go past the max amount of aura because he already had the maximum amount of aura.
Now, of course, reminder of the stipulation for this match. Whoever gets the pin gets to pick which number they come out in for the men's Iron Survivor.
And now Trevin gets to tell me about the match that I did not get to watch.
This match was real good, and of course the story with Team Babyface is they are trying to stay in the ring for as long as possible so they have the chance to get the pin. Now, of course, two members aren't really caring about that, as Javon and Leon are the organic tag team.
Yeah.
They're just out there having a fun time, still doing tag maneuvers, but whenever Joe or Miles are in, they're trying to hog the spotlight. Of course, Dark State takes advantage of it, being Dark State, pulling out tag moves, causing ringside interruptions and distractions. And this leads to Javon going Superman on Dark State like he did in that one match against Saquon.
How many times can you make this man Superman and keep having him lose big matches? I don't understand it.
Yep. Basically, Osiris is the legal man in the ring, and the rest of Dark State is trying to distract, doing some ringside shenanigans. So Javon, forearms, I believe it's Cutler, and then suicide dives to Saquon on the announce table, gets back up, slides back in the ring, runs and suicide dives onto Dion, hits Osiris with, it's his kick finisher, I forget the name of it.
I call it the red dot, because they called it that one time on NXT, and of course they're never going to say it because of the connotations again. Motherfucker, it's literally a red dot sight when he hits you with that shit.
Red dot tags Leon back in, and then Miles hot tags, having recovered from the brawl on ringside. Leon hits the Swanton 450. Osiris, Logley gets back up into the zigzag. I ain't calling it Born Again. It's a zigzag.
It's a zigzag.
For the 1, 2, 3, meaning Miles Bourne gets to pick his lottery number for Iron Survivor. And Javon and Leon are like, what the F, man?
Yeah.
We did all the work.
Hey, you know, Joe and Miles just put that much more of a target on their backs. At least if I'm Javon, I'm like, all right, hitting you with the red dot first.
Hit on sight. If I have a finisher bar charged up, whop.
So he's coming in 5.
Probably. I almost, because that's the thing.
Unless he's going to be a fighting babyface and he chooses to come in number 1.
I feel like the strategic standpoint, because they discussed this last year at Deadline, I feel like 3's a good strategic spot because it's early enough in the match where you could build up pins, but still late enough where you have that time cushion of you're not coming in last, so you have a deficit to work through, but still early enough to have more stamina than 1 and 2.
Yeah, I was going to say 4, but then you have 3 other people that are already have pinfalls, and you have to catch up.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could go 3 for strategy.
Yeah. But I feel like he's going in 5 to be fresh.
Yeah, and you think, well, that's the end of this. No! We said that there was a contract signing. So,
With 3 minutes left on the clock.
yeah, Oba Femi and Ricky Saints are in the contract signing void.
Yep.
I literally feel like they just repurposed the calling void from earlier in the night. There's a monitor behind Ava.
That is blaring the Deadline logo.
Yes. No reason why I brought that up. Oba and Ricky are talking. You know, they're going back and forth. And then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, if you pay attention to the screen, footage of a random bridge appears on screen for about 5 seconds. And then, back to the Deadline logo, like nothing happened. Contract gets signed, and that's the end of NXT.
Yep.
What? Okay, so they're starting a storyline with Ava?
I don't know.
2 strange things happened in this episode
Yeah.
with Ava alone.
Yeah.
One was the mysterious black fabric, which I think is Tony D'Angelo's hat personally.
Were people able to identify the bridge?
Nope, just a random bridge.
Huh.
And what is Tony D known for? Placing people on bridges.
And Stax is known for icing people in the desert.
Yep. Or trying to,
Yeah.
because Luca lives.
Yeah.
But where is he?
Yeah.
What if he's the one that soprano D'Angelo?
That'd be cool.
But yeah, that's it for this episode of NXT, and that's it for this episode of Disqualified. Now, be sure to tune in because we are going to be predicting
Predicting.
for NXT Deadline that will be coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you know, I am your NXT Predictions Champion, Caleb. That is no longer Beltless Trevin. He is your main roster predictions champion. And behind the camera, as always, is, I guess, currently the protector of the My GM belt, Zach. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell 3 times so you know the match is over. And we will see you next time. Thank you for your time. Peace.
Bye!